What's up? What's up? We are live streaming from the Players Lounge in Scottsdale, Arizona. What's up, everybody? This is an awesome stream. The Diamond Dynasty stream. So before we get into Diamond Dynasty, some housekeeping. 1, we'll never ask for your password. 2, we're going to have another sweepstakes today at 2:50 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be giving away some very, very cool things. If you are watching from Facebook Live, you have to go to Twitch to participate in the sweepstakes. So the way the sweepstakes will work is at 2:50 p.m. we will release a keyword. You type the keyword one time in chat, and then at 3 p.m. we run the sweepstakes, and we're giving away 2 digital deluxe copies of the game, which you cannot preload. We're giving away a few vouchers.
Yep,
for 67,500 stubs.
Yeah.
And we're giving away, I believe, how many?
We got 10.
How many? 10.
Those 10 standard buck bundles. We'll do 6 of them.
6 of those.
Right, all right. So Stephen Haas, Ramon Russell, Luis Martinez, all from the San Diego studio development team, Diamond Dynasty stream. You guys been waiting.
Finally here. Finally.
All of the streams have been lit. Even Kirby's Kirby stream last week. Did you guys enjoy that one? We enjoyed it.
We enjoyed that too. That was a lot of fun.
But today we are going to talk all about Diamond Dynasty. What's new this year? You saw the GameStop Monday video earlier this week. We just played it for you there twice. Just
Technical difficulties,
just to make sure you saw it. But this is what we're talking about. So, Luis, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to go over some legend ratings. Those are always fun. Like you see on the screen, we're going to go through. We're going to look at the new attribute cap, right? That was a big thing that came out on Monday.
We blew the roof off of Aperture.
Blew the roof
exactly. We're going to look at the new overall scale. We're going to look at the new programs. Created player overhaul, bunch of stuff.
It'll be cool. Yeah, I think we're going to look really deep into some of these programs. You know, a lot of people are wondering, though, what is Diamond Dynasty? And I think the best way to put it is that you're collecting cards to build your fantasy team mode that you can play with. All right, this isn't just a card trading game or anything like that. You're playing and assembling a squad, and we've got hundreds and hundreds, couple thousand total items that you can get. We're talking about real Topps baseball cards from 100 years of history. I mean, it's pretty cool when you think about the live series players today. You can put on the same team with some of the old guys from back in the day that are now in the Hall of Fame. We have over 50 Hall of Famers.
Aaron Judge and Babe Ruth, right?
Aaron Judge and Babe Ruth. The past meets the present.
Right.
It'll be cool. The other thing you need to know about Diamond Dynasty is you're building, you're competing, you can play online, but you can also play single player mode, right? So some of you guys getting MLB the Show 18 for the first time, or you got 17. Yeah, this is a whole new experience for you guys. So, you know, you can play it the way you want to play, and you're going to get rewarded just by playing. There are no contracts, right? Some other sports games, no contracts. We don't want to make you do chores. Luis and Ramon and I were looking at some social media posts about like what separates Diamond Dynasty. So I just wanted to read a few things that some of our followers or fans of the game kind of posted.
Don't take our word for it.
Don't take our word, right? It's not an infomercial though. Here we go. So no player contracts, saves a lot of time is what they said about that topic. The market system resembles kind of like a stock market. You know, because we're doing these weekly roster updates, Luis and the team are always focusing on who's hot, who's cold, and the kind of player values go up and down with the marketplace, right? There's another thing about live series ratings in those weekly roster updates. You want to talk a little bit about what makes those kind of different, how we separate ourselves there with someone like Aaron Judge at the start of the year?
Right, so Aaron Judge live series at the start of the year is what the stats say Aaron Judge should be, you know? We don't nerf the ratings at the start of the year to then lead up to these other versions of Aaron Judge that then can hit 500-foot bombs. You know, you can hit them day one.
Day one
in a pack. You can. Aaron Judge is who he should be. In addition to that, with the roster updates, that card will grow along with what he's doing in the 18 season, right?
Exactly.
So you don't have to purchase another card, you know.
Yeah, he was like, what, a silver to start last year maybe, or a bronze?
No, he was, it hurts me to say this, but he was a common last year to start, and he ended a gold, right? And that's the same card that you pulled day one, but it grew along with you.
So, you know, a few differentiators, right, for Diamond Dynasty, the market system, all these items, the weekly roster updates. You're looking at the live content team, and we got so many guys back in San Diego in the studio that kind of help bring that to life, from our artists like Christina. We got John, JP, we got Jason manning it all, Lance helping design it, so we couldn't do it with any of that without them.
Couldn't do it without all of them.
Yeah, we'll talk about them throughout the stream. The other thing, a lot of rewards, a lot of wide variety of missions, things for you to do, so you build your fantasy squad. So you see at the bottom there, did anyone say the Babe? because you want to stick around because we're going to talk a little bit about the Babe. We're going to show you the programs, and we're going to show you his ratings. So that'll be at the very end of the stream, all right?
That's going to be crazy.
So we talked about 1,200 live series player, current day guys from day one, 1,200, right? More than 120 legends, more than 50 of them Hall of Famers. And so we have some news, really, to start off, is the new overalls that we've kind of done.
That's right. Let's jump right into it.
And here you go, Luis. What do you see here?
Right. So let me start off by saying the new overall scale is only for DD, right? So offline will retain the 99 cap on attributes. This is just DD. And also, let's get this out of the way. If you look at the scale, well, now you can see that 85 is a diamond, whereas 90 used to be the diamond, right? But we didn't just make the players worse. That's not what we're doing.
Right.
What we're doing is we're showing the truly elite players, the difference between the truly elite players and everyone else, right? Yeah. That's what we're doing. The distribution of diamonds, gold, silvers, and bronzes remains the same, or relatively the same as last year, right? So and we didn't expand just because the threshold is easier, right?
Right.
85 now. It doesn't mean that there's more diamonds. So an 85 from last year is not an 85 this year. He's an 80 this year, and he'll be a gold this year. So that's what we did. We tried to keep the integrity the same, but show the truly elite players, right? So why? You know,
yeah, the big question is why.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Why do we do this?
Yes. So we've been talking about 125 attributes for quite some time in the studio internally, and it always starts. The conversation starts with Tony Gwynn, right? He hit 394 one year. Ted Williams hit 400 another year, and the 99 contact doesn't do them justice.
Nope.
It's not enough, right? Just for context, a 330 average equates to a 99 contact, right?
So you're saying before, like in 17, we would max out Tony Gwynn, Mr. Padres contact to a 99, but it only got him to like basically a 330 average when you think about our gameplay and how everything works.
And it doesn't do him justice. You know, it doesn't do him justice. And so this year, adding Babe to the fold, we thought, okay, this is the year to do it. You know, this is when we're going to blow the cap off of attributes. Yeah. And so, obviously, with these 125 attributes come better overalls, which leads to the scaling down of the thresholds. Now, that's not the only thing we did.
Right.
Everyone knew that behind the scenes last year there were really strong 99s. And then really kind of not weak, but you know, not as strong 99s, right? You knew it.
I mean, didn't seem fair.
It didn't seem fair. But in game, all you see is that they're both 99s, right? So we graded on a curve from 90 to 99 this year.
So kind of one.
Exactly. So the way to think about it is the difference between a 90 and a 99 is not the same as it's much bigger than the difference between an 80 and an 89, right? So what this is going to show is we're going to move to Immortals in a little bit, but the Immortals are going to really shine through, and they're going to be just about the only 99 rated players in our game.
Right.
You know? We had a problem last year in 17 with so many 99s.
So you're saying Mike Trout's not a 99 anymore?
We can't get into live series quite yet.
Tried to give you one, didn't work.
I think we can say he's not though, right?
He's not.
He won't give you
He
exactly.
won't be a 99. He's not a 99.
Not a
But
99.
Mike Trout's current day player is not a 99, which should tell you like
That's
this is still dramatic, but he's still, I think, the best rated live series player, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So so we should we move on to the next slide?
Yeah, let's go on.
First slide.
So this shows a great comparison between what we're talking about,
Right.
17 to 18, right? So it's the same player, it's breakout Barry Larkin, and so it shows the concept of the 125 attributes and the overall really nicely. If you look at 17, he was getting capped in vision and in contact versus lefties, right?
Right.
He had a 98 contact versus lefties, but that's because we were doing a little curving last year too at the high end.
Right, so we're looking at contact versus lefty, that second column. I know it's a little small if you're watching this on your phone or a mobile device, and then kind of in the middle, the vision that says 99. We're just kind of zoning in on those two that he kind of hit a ceiling last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we blew the top off, and now he can really shine through. And that 120 vision, he led the league in K rate that year, and that's what powers vision, right?
Right.
And so this really reflects him, his talents much better than what we've had in the past.
So we're looking at the real Barry Larkin that we'll see in this year's 2018 here?
Exactly.
These are final rating. Okay,
exactly.
so, but the interesting thing here, Luis, is that even though we increased the attributes for Larkin with our new overall threshold, we're seeing he went from a 92 overall in 17.
A few hits.
That's
on
the other
right,
point.
Was he 89, right?
That's the other point I wanted to get to, right?
Yeah.
No one can say that the attributes on the left side are better than the ones on the right, you know? Right. And yet the overall is an 89 for 18. And that's not saying that the player got better, actually, but the overall system will allow us to show the difference between the 99s and everyone else.
I think that's going to be the common thing. Players got better and will play differently and probably better, have better results in our game this year with the new gameplay engine, all the physics that we fine-tuned again from the alpha to now. And that's what you're seeing here. His overall goes down. This is a better player than last year, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's look at a pitcher.
Yeah.
Very important pitcher.
Yeah. Craig Kimbrell. This is a familiar player for us. We talked about him on last year's pre-release DD stream as well. So he had one of the best seasons ever for a reliever, and he was obviously getting capped. Look at those 99s on the left, the K per 9 and hits per 9.
Yeah, he was hitting the ceiling.
He was, and so now blew the cap off, and now
he hits another ceiling.
Almost. Wait, so do we need 200?
Yeah, 200. Kimbrell was that good though.
Right, yeah. He was amazing. Top right though.
What is that?
What do you see up there in the top right?
New. I see some new stuff. Pitch velocities.
That is individual pitch velocities, and you've never been able to see this in DD outside of gameplay of the game. So this year you can see it in the front end and player card, and I think that's a great change.
Definitely, Lance, JP. Credit to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Now get back to work.
But so we're seeing here what Kimbrell averages 97 on his four seam. You see a little red, it's popping there. You know this guy throws some gas along with knuckle curve and two seam.
85 miles an hour knuckle curve.
Right, so you got the per nines working, you can see the pitch velocity, and these are his ratings that we'll see at some point in Diamond Dynasty, maybe not at launch, but these are the ones we'll stick with.
And again, he was a 99 last year, 97 this year, you know, so it allows you to show
better card, better player.
Better card, better player, different overall.
Different overall.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sweet. What's next?
All right, what's next?
Oh, all right.
Here we go.
So let's go into the game. All right, you probably want to see
Let's go.
What you're looking at here is kind of the home screen, what you're going to come into. You may have seen this during the alpha if you're in the closed alpha, but we got some cool little art pieces here that'll help you jump around Diamond Dynasty. But really what we want to kind of go into are programs, right? So you saw in the GameStop Monday video, the Immortals row. These are some of the best players that we consider per position in the game. These will be your kind of end game kind of guys,
in-game rewards. Like you're not going to unlock Babe Ruth.
I know.
Day one when this game comes
These are the guys that we're talking about. You know, we're talking about the 99 ratings. These are the guys who are gonna have those ratings.
Sick art by the team there. Yeah.
Yes.
And there's only
shout out to all artists.
Yeah, great job. And there's only one or a couple per position. You know, Immortals. So there's a limited number of them.
Right. So we'll take a little closer look at some of these program rows in a second. But I feel like we should just show off one of our Immortals right now. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it. Who did we reveal first?
Who did we reveal? Who is the guy we? Yeah.
Hall of Fame. New Hall of Famer.
New Hall of Famer.
Vlad. How about Vlad?
Let's take a look at Vlad.
All right. So we're going on the Live Series Collector program right here, and this will be Vlad Immortal, right? Vladimir Guerrero.
And this will be the first time you'll see Immortal ratings.
Right.
We can see something new right there already. What is that, Ramon?
Planets, baby. They're not even diamonds no more, they're planets.
Right.
Like the diamond just didn't do these guys justice. So
it's too small.
That's right.
It's too small, so these guys are planets. So big shout out to the art team who created these awesome Immortal cards. They look like they're in space, right? They're on a planet. They're immortals. They're like bigger than Earth, right? So that's why we have we go diamond and then planet.
Yep.
So he'll be one of the last rewards you get in the Live Series Collector program. Don't pay attention to any of the rewards here. We just wanted to show off.
Work in progress.
All right, so let's stop. Let's get to it. Here we go. Ready? Here's
There we go. Look at those two diamonds on the top right too there. So okay, let's talk a little bit about how we built the Immortals. You know, they're a different series than what we've had in the past. But they're not based on 1 year.
Not based on 1 year, okay.
They are an amalgamation of a player's career. So, you know, ordinary flashbacks and legends, they're based on 1 year. These guys, we take their career highs in every stat, and that's how we build.
So the best year that Vlad had speed, the best year he had power versus righty.
So his speed, his 81 speed, and his power, right? That's from his Montreal days.
Right.
But then his vision is from his days as an Angel, when he had the lowest K rates of his career. So you take the best at every stat, and that's how you build the
almost
immortals.
like a Frankenstein.
Right.
It's like Frankenstein.
We actually that was a code name for these guys at
for a while.
Our Frankensteins. But really, I mean, you know, we've stayed true to history from last year, and we're staying true to history again this year. We're a lot of one-year flashbacks, one-year legends. But these immortals, again, they were just the best at every position that we thought internally that when we talked about it, Vlad separated himself from all the other right fielders or was in a very small group, right?
That's right.
And so that's why we said let's give them some special treatment. And these are the way really how we remember these guys. You know, we remember Vlad with that 99 arm cannon.
Of course.
He could run, he could hit for power.
Yeah, he stole 40 bases one year.
He could hit home runs off his knees, basically.
Right, and that's how we remember him. So this is how we kind of honor him too, right?
That's right. And then, like I said before, look at those diamonds in the top right. And a lot of the things we're doing, you know, we just want to show off who the best players are in the game and why, you know. And this shows you, well, Vlad is a 99 overall because he's a diamond in hitting and in fielding. You know. So that just gives you a little bit more clarity on players' attributes and talents.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we saw in the GameStop Monday video, and a lot of guys spotted it, the two diamond shields at the top.
The new shields.
Want to talk about quickly about that, or we have already covered that? Maybe I missed it.
I just talked about it.
I got these. But yeah, those are cool. Again, a cool little average there, and we'll still keep playing around with those to display what they are.
That's right.
Sweet. Sorry.
That's right.
So we see these 125s, right? And we've been talking a lot about 125s. And so we want to clarify and take a deeper dive. So what we obviously didn't do was drop everybody down and do a fake 125, and that's 99. No, 99 in the game last year, 99 power in MLB the Show 17 is still 99 power in MLB the Show 18. We've literally taken the cap off.
Right.
So Lance and Brian basically did a ton of work to basically open up all of these caps. So we got contact, we got power, we got plate vision. What does that mean? So this has a lot of effect in-game, right? So the first thing you'll notice is that we've recalibrated PCI. PCI for MLB The Show 18 is an aggregate of contact and an aggregate of your plate vision. And I don't remember the split. It may be 50-50. I don't think it was 50-50 last year. I could be wrong. Lance, if you're watching the chat, correct me on that. Or somebody, I know Lance is watching. Lance, let us know exactly what that split is. So how does this work in-game, right? So we're gonna, if you remember this slide back from when we were talking about gameplay and how the PCI works. So we've got all of these changes to the hitting engine, all of these physics changes. So let's assume that this power PCI, this is Vlad's PCI.
Right.
So what you basically need to do is imagine this medium high, medium fly, and high fly. Say that high fly is kind of light green.
Right.
For Vlad being 125 power, that high fly is now green.
Right.
So it's now extended.
Wow.
So this works with Tony Gwynn too, right? So if Tony Gwynn like has 125 contact and we're looking at an average PCI in the middle, right? So that line drive now is even greener, and now the medium fly is a little bit more green. Like we're extending the area of the PCI up. So it has a huge effect in game. And this is something Lance and all the gameplay guys, we've been testing out a lot, and it's really, really fun. Fun fact about Babe Ruth. We're going to wait for that. Really cool fact about Babe Ruth in the game. But we're going to wait for that. So, again, the 125s for contact, power, and plate vision, they do make a difference in game. If you have a 125 contact and plate vision and you put a 99 contact and plate vision and you pull it up, there would be a difference. It's not just a visual difference. Like those thresholds are extended. So now Tony Gwynn, like how we've been telling you, that line drive area for Tony Gwynn is now extended a little bit higher.
Right. I should say too, so you touched on the hitter 125 attributes, because not all attributes go up to 125. So for hitters, it's contact, power, vision, discipline, and batting clutch. And then for pitchers, it's stamina. So those legends are going to shine through with their stamina.
We're about to see one right here.
You're right. Stamina, the per nines, and pitching clutch.
Right. So no fielding.
No fielding, no speed, no durability, bunting.
Right.
So some of the attributes that, you know, they really didn't need to go past 99.
Yeah, and that 125 for pitchers, especially for hits per nine. Again, a 99 pitcher is going to shrink. If the guy has 99 hits per nine, he's going to shrink your PCI. The guy with the 125 hits per nine, he's going to shrink it even more. So again, we've blown the top off of the caps, and we've extended them, and that's all done in engine. So it's not just a cosmetic thing.
Right. So again, to recap, overalls may look different. The players are going to be better in the game this year when you see these above 99 attributes. We didn't scale up or do anything to make them worse.
Do we have any questions we want to answer or anything?
Yeah, anyone see any questions? We got the chat rolling here.
We got the chat rolling. Is it rolling? Is it finally working?
It might be. All right, well, we'll take some questions. We'll gather them from our guys back in the studio. They'll feed us them and some of the folks here. Luis was talking about the pitchers. We'll go back to the Immortals row, and let's show one.
So we showed Vlad earlier.
We showed Vlad.
Now let's show our first pitcher Immortal.
First pitcher Immortal.
Actually, hold on, before we do that, I did get clarification. Lance, back in the studio, says it's a 50-50 split.
Okay, so I was right.
Talking about that PCI that Ramon was talking about. 50-50 split, vision and contact.
And contact. Because last year, power did affect the size of the PCI, and that's now gone. It's 50-50 split between contact and vision. Shout out to Chris Gill, Lance Leahy, Brian Ma, did all that work on gameplay this year.
All right, now pitchers, for the pitchers out there. So let's just take a look at what Bob Gibson's program could look like. And you'll see some cool stuff in here before we get to his actual attributes. We have some old alternate home uniforms, alternate hats. We have bobbleheads in the game. You saw it in the GameStop Monday video. That's pretty cool. Cool souvenirs. We're going to talk a lot about the souvenir items during the stream today. But we like to have fun, so this should confirm we also have Legend bobbleheads. You have the packs again, his card, and even Legend Hall of Fame signed balls of autographs from our Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
cool. Of which we have around 50, right?
Around 50, yeah, right around 50.
Right. So let's look at Bob Gibson's card, right? This is the first Immortal pitcher
there
we're going to reveal. And you're going to have something to work for, to strive for this year in this Bob Gibson, right? The philosophy we talked about with Vlad, with how we built them, extends to pitch repertoires and pitch selection too. With pitchers, of course, their hits per nine, K per nine, walk per nine, their career highs, but then they're also going to have the fastest fastballs and the slowest changeups that they ever exhibited. Right.
That's crazy.
Right. So, and look at that stamina from Gibson. These legends, barely any live series guys get even into the high 90s in stamina. These guys are getting up there. They used to throw 300 innings and throw 98, 99 miles an hour. It's ridiculous.
And subject to change some of the ratings. We're still fine tuning, but
still tweaking.
Gibson is going to be a beast, and I love just seeing the pitch velocities up there. I know that. The change in the fastball, the difference there, it's huge, and it's going to help me kind of go after the guys I want.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's huge. So let's see. Any questions about that? Anyone find any questions? I'm getting texts from back at home. So anyway, we've talked about a little about the 125 hitters and the pitchers. We talked a little bit about the program, Ro, just backing it out here. These are not what you need to get Bob Gibson, and this isn't final either, but these are rewards. You're going to get these as cool rewards, like his bobblehead, his autograph. So we're not going to ask you to go find Bob Gibson's autograph on the market for, let's say, some ridiculous amount of stubs. You're going to get it as a reward, kind of like as a badge of honor that you've kind of earned, and that's what souvenirs are kind of about this year. Not try to hassle you or anything, but it's about kind of rewarding you on top of everything.
And I think you're gonna love the when you see your inventory for bobbleheads and you see all those guys in there just moving around.
Right.
It looks amazing.
Exactly. All right, well we'll look for some questions here in a bit. Let's show a couple of two new legends that some of you got a sneak peek at earlier this week, but we do want to confirm they are in the game. The first one,
Albert Bell, much requested. Albert Bell, one of the truly elite hitters of the mid-90s. He hit, I think, 50 home runs, 50 doubles one year.
Right.
So yeah, you can expect his card to be a beast.
Yeah, he played for a few teams, so it'll be interesting which ones we end up choosing to really feature. I see him in the Indians uniform here.
That's right.
So that'd be cool. And I saw he was in the career arc programs too. Right?
Definitely.
All right, cool. Next legend that you may have seen.
It's
all right.
This guy was all right.
We are so pumped that Mike
Best
Piazza
hitting catcher
is
in
in
baseball.
the game.
Best hitting catcher ever. Hall of Famer. I think this is going to be one of the best cards in the game.
Yeah, Ramon, we were looking at right before we went on the stream. We were looking at some of the stats that Piazza put up, and it's staggering what he did. Just staggering.
So yeah,
Ramon's staring at his stat line here. What did he max out at for home runs? 40 home runs looks like his career max?
40 was career max.
Did it twice.
He did it twice.
360. He hit 362 one year. So
he's a beast.
And his defense, you know, he's not known for his defense, but it wasn't bad, you know.
What we're not going to confirm yet are, you know, what he is to the game, all right? That'll still be a mystery, like how you earn him, basically, is what I mean, how you earn that best card of him, and we're not going to talk too much more about that today. But we will show some ratings for Bell and Piazza coming up in the Road to the Show and franchise streams over the next couple of weeks, so keep watching for those, all right?
So, back to Immortals.
Yeah.
Go back to gameplay? How do you acquire the Immortals?
Right, so it's going to be a lot of missions, right? And we don't want to go into those today right now, but basically what it's going to be is that it's going to look at your overall progress in Diamond Dynasty. Now, we're going to have some specific missions for Babe, for Jackie Robinson, for Bob Gibson, Ken Griffey Jr. that you see up here, and Vlad Guerrero. He's a part of the collect missions, right? But the 4 you're seeing up on the screen right now are kind of looking at, did you do some of the other programs? For instance, the career arc programs. Larry Doby, Joe Torre, new legends this year, along with Lee Smith and Don Sutton, and Frank Thomas, which we're going to look at in a little bit.
Yep. Nick, get
ready. So
it's looking to look at, did you get some of these done? And it's going to be about position-specific kind of things. So, for instance, Jackie Robinson, one of the greatest second basemen of all time. As we add career arc programs, Luis Ramon, I will build them. You know, did you do your second baseman career arc programs to help you get Jackie Robinson? And that's one of the missions Jackie's going to be looking at. And then inside there, we're going to also give you different versions of Jackie Robinson to play with. So you have some one-game missions, some stat missions also, and maybe we'll mix in a few other types of missions like Collector Exchange.
So 2 big questions that people have.
Yeah.
Are any of the Immortals ever going to be in card packs?
Great question. Are the Immortals going to ever be on the market in a card pack? The answer is no. So let's be really clear and send this message so everyone understands. This is super important. The best cards in Diamond Dynasty can never be purchased.
Ever.
That's right.
You have to earn them. You have to earn them. Yeah. That's right.
You have to earn them and grind.
And you can earn them without ever spending anything more than what you put into just buy the game and your time. And that's the best part. We want to keep it simple in Diamond Dynasty. Once you just play and enjoy these things.
Play a lot. Especially if you want these Immortals. You're going to have to play a lot.
Exactly. So Quirks was something that I think we wanted to talk about real quickly. I know that kind of came up.
Just mention a little bit. You want to go to
the Quirk screenshot that we took?
No, I think this is
we'll go into Derek Norris's program here. So we'll look at some. These are some of the programs called the position programs, from the catcher to first base, second base. So we're going to dive in. These are some of the smaller programs that'll take 1 or 2 games maybe to complete, which are great. We have something that isn't just a huge week-long, 2-week-long kind of project for you. You can finish these in a day, easy.
Yeah. So if you remember the player spotlights from last year,
spotlights.
This is kind of the same idea.
Yeah. Here's one of his missions. Tally 2 hits with him, right?
Right.
So one of them is exchange catchers. We're just going to use it for the purposes of this kind of to take a look at quirks, though.
Yeah, so quirks work essentially the same as last year. Same quirks, same sort of distribution of quirks in the league for live series players. Flashbacks and Legends don't have the quirks, the active quirks, right? The ones like fastball hitter and first pitch hitter. Right. They're still only live series players. And really the thing I wanted to say is who was the king last year? Who was the quirks king?
Joey Votto.
Joey Votto.
That's right.
Joey Votto was quirks king.
All I'll say is that there might be a new
quirks
king this year. A hint: he's a lefty as well.
He's a lefty as well. So lefties are still going to be. Does it start with rake?
Get ready. One more housekeeping thing. 125s. Live series players.
Right.
Yes, they can have them. But I will say this, since they're based on 3-year averages, there's not a lot of live series guys that are going to go over 99.
So current day players, not many that go over 99.
Not many.
Actually, this is perfect. Quirks. Do our Immortals or Legends in general have quirks? That's okay. That's all right. We're good. Do Immortals have Legends or screenshots? Legends in general, do they have quirks?
Yeah,
screenshot.
Screenshot.
We're having a conversation.
Come on, Ron.
Yeah, so do Immortals and Legends have quirks?
Yeah, so they have the quirks that tell you, that give you a snapshot of what the player's talent is, right? So if a guy has a cannon arm, he'll have the cannon quirk, but it doesn't mean it gives you a boost past what the attribute gives you, right? So the live series guys have the, like I said, the quirks that activate when you're hitting fastballs, breaking balls, that activate on the first pitch, that we just saw like with Barnes, you know, 9th inning or later.
Right. Maybe we could show the Vlad again to show what he's got here.
Right. So this guy is amazing. He's got amazing contact power. He's got amazing vision, discipline. Like he's got all the quirks, you know, but they're all based on attributes, right? He's got the cannon quirk.
And we're still adjusting some of this, but yeah.
Nothing's final.
Nothing's final.
Nothing's final.
There was another question about will the Immortal cards have single-year cards? So we saw Vlad's 99, but will there be other ways to earn a Vlad if you don't collect all the live series cards, for instance? Right?
Yeah, and like you kind of mentioned with the career arcs, you know, there's different versions of these players that you'll earn leading up to that the elite or the main version of that player. So yes, there will definitely be different versions of the Immortals.
Right, and just to repeat, so there was a question about if speed will go over 99. No, it will not. Speed for any player, live, current day, or in the past.
Speaking of speed,
let's talk about speed.
Should we jump right into speed?
Yeah, let's talk speed.
That's a great
has speed changed at all, Louis?
Want to go back to Mr. Barnes?
Did we take the screenshot? Or do we have it?
Oh, wait, do we want to show the other guy we want?
We'll
just talk.
We'll just
talk about him.
We'll just talk about him.
Right.
Barnes can run for a catcher.
Barnes can run, yeah, for sure. Barnes can run. But so speed, it's always a contentious attribute. Always has been.
Always will be.
Well, we're hoping it won't be. In the past, we used a combination of steals, of course, triples, stolen base success rate.
Right.
We used our own formula, our own special sauce for speed. We don't have to anymore. We get advanced data from MLB, and speeds are now based on this advanced data that we get.
So a lot of that's public, viewable by the public too.
Right, exactly. And so I just want to get this out of the way. JT Realmuto is a 76 speed.
So a catcher has 76
speed. It's ridiculous how much faster he is. I think Barnes might be the second fastest catcher, and he's 22 points higher. So,
wow.
Yeah.
But we're basing that off, again, of data that's been captured by MLB officially.
Exactly.
And so you're going to see at the top there's like, ooh.
Yeah, you know.
There may be one guy with 99 speed.
Yeah, and there's some surprises too, right? We were looking at the list, and there's surprises when you look at the speed list.
Yeah, and then there's a giant like a cavern.
Right.
Like it just drops down quite a bit, and that's throughout the entire league.
Right.
So, we've been kind of going around some of the menus. You've seen the program screen, the exchange screen. A lot of the speed you're seeing is one of the big focuses this year, and that was part of our server rewrite. So this is a big thing we want to talk about. It started with the closed alpha a few months ago in December.
That closed alpha, the whole reason why we did the closed alpha was, we weren't satisfied with what happened last year. So we basically rewrote everything, every major system online for the ground up. That's why you see with us going through the menus is so much faster, and that's why we say, okay, we need to have a closed alpha to test everything. So again, thank you so much for participating in the closed alpha. It was a huge help to test out all of our new tech. Game processing, was a big focus, getting your stats after the game, getting our servers, giving you credit. We hope to have resolved a lot of those issues already. So when we launched the game, obviously what's also awesome about us doing the closed alpha and having all of this new tech, we now have way more visibility in the problems. So it's actually like our vision's now 2020. So when problems do arise, we can identify them much faster and start working on fixes a lot faster than we could in the past. And what this should mean was if there's a problem, we can fix them a lot quicker. Speaking of the closed alpha, we did say if you participated in it, you would get a closed alpha reward pack.
So yeah, that pack will include a gold live series player.
Guaranteed gold live series player for everybody who participated in the closed alpha. So again, thank you for that, and we're continuing to work to make the launch as smooth and as awesome as possible, so y'all can start working on these programs, which is going to take you forever to complete.
So let's talk about the programs. We have all sorts of types.
Yeah, what's a program? Because there's a lot of people who've never played the game or Diamond Dynasty before. What's a program?
So let's just take a look at Babe Ruth's program, for instance, and really we talked about this briefly, but it's a house of rewards, right? So you've got a reward screen and a mission screen. So here's Babe's reward screen, what it could look like, again, work in progress. You got jerseys, you got souvenirs like bobbleheads, you got packs, of course, his autograph, how pretty does that look? And he's a 99, I think you guys figured that out. We'll wait till a little later to show you his attributes.
Planet rarity.
Planet rarity.
But it's a house of rewards, and then it's also a house of challenges. So like we looked at the Derek Norris, let's look at one of our guys here, Vargas from the Twins.
Shout out to Kyle 2.0.
Yeah, shout out to Kyle.
Kyle 2.0 doing all the programs. He's been locked away in the cave for the last 8 months.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I got to interrupt. Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
that's interesting. We've never had horizontals in our game.
So just look that way.
And
that way.
When you see it in your inventory and in your squad, it mixes in nicely. And you can think of it as your binders when you used to collect cards as a kid or even now, you have to put the horizontals in some way, right? So
there'll be a bunch of the horizontals, again, in our effort to stay true to real Topps baseball cards this year.
That's right.
And being accurate with the year. So,
and also, another housekeeping, don't pay attention to the stubs and tickets and XP.
Right.
None of that's final. Don't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, so again, it's a house of rewards. That's what a program is at heart. And it's also a house of missions. So for Vargas's small mission here, you got to get 2 hits, including a double and 2 RBIs with this version of Vargas. When you see his attributes, that might make a little more sense. And then there's a couple of missions to exchange first baseman, exchange some Twins, like a Twins home hat, and maybe a home jersey. These are all what-ifs kind of, right? And so you got to just look at it as I got to do these missions, which won't take me too long in this program. He's a bronze player, and I get these rewards. And at the end, you see something kind of new this year, a program souvenir. And what you want to do is collect those because one of the missions, like we said, was to play with him. So every program, I think except Babe maybe, is going to ask you to play with the best reward. Instead of Vargas being your 100% reward guy, the actual 100% reward is this souvenir. And like we talked about before, you're going to want to collect, say, your career arc program rewards to get into the Babe program or into the Jackie program. That's what it's going to be looking for. And I think we're going to verticalize this. Is that a word, verticalize? We're going to go vertical by position. So it'll matter if you want to do your catcher programs to get a catcher immortal or a career arc,
Right.
Anything else you want to add? So we got the immortals. We talked about the best row. Career arcs, I'd say, are probably one of our next best lines of program rewards, the flashbacks. Right. We'll take a look at Frank a little later.
Yeah, you'll see Frank later on.
Team epics are back. We're not going to go into those. Oh no, we are going to go into those, right? Should we go into one?
Yeah. How about
let's do one?
The Rays.
All right. Okay, right here. Okay, so we got the Rays.
Yeah. So they work a little bit differently than last year, right? Do you want to?
Yeah. Last year, if you guys remember, last year in 17, maybe still what you guys are playing now until launch. Collect was a big component, right? We asked you to play the computer and then collect. This year, no more collecting, and I don't even know if we're going to have computer exact games. We may throw a few in, but it won't be the same at all.
Right.
So the collect component's out. You won't have to collect all the Angels, for instance, or all the Rays to finish the team epics.
Yeah, this is just play with Rays and get more Rays.
That's right. And
it's for the Rays fans.
We'll avoid the missions for right now, but that's what the idea is. Play with Rays and do some stuff with Rays. And then when you get rewards involving the Rays, so another awesome flashback here, John Jaso, a horizontal card. We got the alternate Rays uniform, Logan Forsythe.
That Forsythe is wearing right there.
Yep. It's perfect. Same jersey. And then the sweet Tampa Bay Devil Rays throwback, like Fred McGriff bobblehead, another example.
I like the touch of the base, right? The base is wooden for the
vintage, vintage bobblehead.
It's vintage because it's a legend, right?
Christina liked that. So, Will Myers looks like your 75% hardware flashback there. He's a gold.
That's your Rookie of the Year, Will Myers.
Yep, 80 gold there. And then what's this? We've got a Tampa Bay nameplate. So you may have seen when Matt Schaaf was taking a look at all of the universal profile ways to do your icons, nameplates, all that customization, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about how you customize your team this year. We also made this possible where you can earn these in something like a program now. It's pretty cool.
Which is very cool. So while we're here, let's go back to that souvenir, right? People are asking just any of the souvenirs.
Yeah.
So we got a jersey souvenir and a bobblehead souvenir.
Right.
I unlocked these.
Right.
What else can I do with them?
Right, so there's going to be a lot. We talked a little about in the GameStop Monday video that you can exchange them for better rewards, but they also may be needed to finish some of the programs. But really at the heart of these guys is we expect to be giving you a lot of souvenirs on top of the rewards you already got in 17. They're not replacing anything. It's just kind of a new way to experience MLB the Show 18. So we thought bobbleheads would be fun. We think the autographs look super cool, especially the Hall of Famers and all the current day players. We have hundreds of those.
So are there going to be any rewards that I can only get through having certain souvenirs?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
In fact, as we're on this bobblehead, let me back out and we'll go to another program row. You can go see the collector row. There is a whole program all for the bobbleheads, all right? So you're going to want to collect bobbleheads that'll unlock some secret stuff. Again, we got to leave a few
And
surprises.
again, the key here is whatever that reward is, the only way you're going to get it is by completing that bobblehead reward. So whatever player
they're
is
exclusive.
at the end of that program, that's the only way you're going to be able to get it. It is exclusive to the bobblehead program, or exclusive to the jersey program, or exclusive to the hat program. So that's the big key here. There's going to be certain specific rewards that you're only going to be able to get in the bobblehead jersey, hats, and equipment programs.
That's a great point. And again, they're supposed to be fun. So as you saw, we're not asking you to go find Fred McGriff on the market. We're going to give you Fred McGriff along on that Team Epic journey, and then you just throw them in here along with other live series players. And same with the jerseys, same with the hats. We have a lot of other things there with the souvenirs that I think will be just a lot of fun. You can see equipment, stadiums, the hats, the jerseys. We have the throwbacks, the alternates. Bat autographs are in. You might have seen that in the video. That was really cool.
You know, some people have asked, everybody might not know, again, the jerseys and the hats, those souvenirs, that doesn't mean you can use real jerseys in the game. We actually don't want to do that. It's Diamond Dynasty. It's not a regular game mode. We don't want everybody to look like a regular baseball team. We don't want everybody to be using Cubs and Yankees. That's not the spirit of the mode. It's a created mode. It's fantasy baseball. You create your own team. You create your own jerseys. So that's why no real jerseys in Diamond Dynasty.
When are you going to show the one you were working on earlier today?
We will show it. We'll show it soon. We also have some new creation stuff in DD, which we'll get to.
Yep. And real quick, 5 minutes until we announce the keyword for today's sweepstakes, which we were talking about earlier. 2 digital deluxe versions of the game, some packs and stubs as well. So we got 5 more minutes. So you got to be on Twitch watching us there to put in the keyword.
Not on Facebook Live. Got to be on Twitch to put in the keyword. And remember, no purchase necessary.
Right.
And we'll never ask for your password. Never ask for your password.
All right, so this is our collector row. We talked about the position programs down below. Yes, Conquest will have its own row, which should hint at there's quite a bit we're going to add to Conquest this year as far as missions go. And then Creative Play we're going to get into in 1 second. I think we need to let the sweepstakes go by before we get into that, but... 5-minute warning.
5-minute warning.
Okay, 5-minute warning. So career arcs. Luis, you want to talk about career arcs at a high level? We're going to look at Frank Thomas's program in a little bit, but I don't want to spoil that just yet.
Well, at a high level, we have the Immortals, right?
Right, the Immortals are the best.
They're the best. They're your end game players.
Right.
And like you mentioned a little bit earlier, the career arcs are one step below.
Right.
And you'll see, we're going to reveal Thomas's ratings in a little bit.
Right.
And you'll see they're just one notch below, but they're still, you know.
Do you want to look at Larry Doby maybe? We'll just take a look.
Why not?
Let's go in there. And these are some of the flashbacks for Larry Doby's program.
Right.
Again, not final as far as the rewards go, but the flashbacks and legends here are.
So one of the coolest things we're doing is look at that first card. It says redeem now, and you haven't done anything, you know.
Right.
This is ready for you to redeem from the get-go, and you can already start playing with Larry Doby, right? And then do stuff with Larry Doby, complete missions, and then get a better version all the way leading up to the 90 Diamond.
Yeah, this was one of those things that we know we tried at the end of last year, that postseason program.
Postseason program.
And everyone loved the idea of we give you a card, you play with it, keep going to the next one, do a new mission.
Yeah.
And that'll be the design of all the career arc programs.
Yeah, we were inspired by the Griffey program, which everyone loved last year, and then the postseason. And also, you know, you get the main player reward before you complete the program, right?
Exactly.
As you mentioned.
So even though this isn't totally fleshed out exactly, where the best Larry Doby card we have in the game, I think we're looking at here, isn't actually the end reward. It's playing with that guy and getting the program souvenir, which matches the front here.
Kind of like we did with Springer last year, right?
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, I don't mind going into, I think I can go into one of these missions. So if we looked at the collect mission for the programs, we got to earn those. But basically what it was looking for the 4 center fielder programs right here. So that's what the very first mission in Larry Doby's career arc program is, to finish these 4, which is a bronze and silver.
Right.
Or bronze and silver programs, again, are 1-2 game missions kind of.
Right. Yeah, and so it's just like a 3-tier system kind of, you know. You do your positionals first, you start with the appetizers.
Right, the appetizers.
Get to the career arcs, and then finish it off with the Immortals, the dessert.
Dessert. So speaking of the Immortals, another housekeeping question. Those Immortals are going to be so difficult to obtain.
Right.
Are they going to show up in Battle Royale drafts?
I don't know if we've officially landed on that, but if it worked like last year, where Ted Williams was the collect-all, for instance, by the second or third day when someone unlocked him, he did appear in the BR drafts. We're still talking about this. All right, we're still debating this, but let us know what you think. If you'd like to see them in the BR draft, or if you want to keep it out, we're willing to listen to your feedback there. All right.
Yeah, I think some of the feedback we heard is people really like, let's hurry up and get these programs completed so it gets unlocked.
Yeah.
And then
maybe
that person's
that's
Battle
what we
Royale.
should do, right? Like the community complete it together, and then everyone gets the benefit.
And everybody gets the
That'd be
benefit
cool.
to use them in Battle Royale.
That'd be cool. So yeah, Vlad could be in BR maybe the first day. Of the game.
So somebody said they completed like the King Griffey Jr. program from last year.
Right.
Kind of quick, right? Maybe definitely faster than we thought.
Right.
Are they going to be able to complete these Immortals?
Right. Well, let's go back to our Jackie Robinson second base Immortal here. If we don't right now, there are no second base career arcs available, but his program is going to require them. So we're going to roll those out little by little, and you'll want to complete those. You'll want to complete your second base position program. So Brock Holt, Walker, Espinosa, Barney. There'll be more behind this. We're not stopping at silver. There'll be probably gold and diamond as well. So you're going to want to kind of work on all of these as they come out. And that'll be part of our live content rollout. So if you're new to Diamond Dynasty, and that's what we're talking about, Stephen Haas, Ramon Russell, Luis Martinez here from San Diego studio. Live content is all about dropping new stuff throughout the year, throughout the baseball season. That's on top of the weekly roster updates and all that. And so these are the missions, these are the new items, the new rewards that you'll get. So yeah, it'll be at a pace we think will be fun and manageable. We'll have team epics, we'll have the conquest, creative player, all that'll be going. But you're going to want to look for those career arcs to complete your Immortals. That'll kind of be the pace that we allow you to complete them.
And again, we're talking Immortals possibly in the Battle Royale draft, not as a reward. Remember, the only way you can get the Immortals is by joining the Immortals program. We're talking about in the draft.
Yeah, you can think of the BR guys as the career arc kind of level guys.
Right.
All right, so we are really, really close to the sweepstakes. So again, no purchase necessary. You can find the rules at the Show Nation. You can also find the rules in the Twitch chat. It should be auto-posting every few seconds, and we're giving away 2 digital deluxe editions of the game. You cannot preload them.
There we are.
Oh, there we go. So, Steven.
Yes.
What's the keyword?
All right, we showed you a new legend today, Mike Piazza. So the keyword is not his last name, but it's close.
Pizza.
Pizza.
It's pizza.
Just put pizza.
Pizza, one word.
Type it once.
Type it once, and if you type it twice, I think you actually might get disqualified.
Right, so if you're on Facebook, come over to Twitch, type it in the keyword pizza.
Pizza, that's it, nothing else.
2 Z's.
You have 10 minutes to be entered into the sweepstakes. Again, no purchase necessary. Right. And you can find the rules at theshownation.com and in the Twitch chat. Doesn't work on Facebook Live. You got to come to the Twitch chat.
Right. We'll never ask for your password.
And we'll never ask for your password.
As always.
Ever.
I think you got to also be a resident of the U.S. to win.
Yes, have to be a resident of the U.S. Sorry, Canadian guys.
Yeah, that's all right. We love you, though.
We still love you.
We'll have other fun stuff in the game for everyone. So we'll let the sweepstakes go on for a little bit. I want to talk about packs real quick. Packs. Standard packs will return. A lot of you are going to get them in your pre-order bonuses from either GameStop or one of the other retailers, the PlayStation Store. Get your digital deluxe there. But really what I want to say about that is that our team doesn't view packs as really essential to Diamond Dynasty. And what
we don't.
Yeah, what I mean by that is there's never been a heavy emphasis. It's kind of like if you want to buy them, go for it, but they're not needed to get a Jackie Robinson, to get Babe Ruth, all right? And eventually all the items that come out of packs that you open as part of a reward or that you purchase are in the community market, and really the community sets those values, right? So you guys are the ones that decide if they're worth anything, if they're worth any value, and you guys trade them between yourselves, through the market, through purchasing your buy and sell orders and kind of the marketplace and the stock market kind of ups and downs, right? They're fun to open. And this year we're continuing that philosophy. We showed you the Larry Doby program where you get a flashback or a legend card of him to start the program for nothing, and you guys have the game, and that'll be great. I think that'll be a really cool way to experience Diamond Dynasty again this year. So again, they're not a big part of it, and the best rewards, like we said, can't be purchased.
Can't be purchased. The best rewards cannot be purchased.
The Immortals live here.
And remember, you still have a few minutes to put in the keyword pizza. Doesn't matter how you put it in. If you win, you'll receive a message from us from the San Diego Studios channel. Remember, we'll never ask for your keyword.
Right. So to wrap that up, it's simple. You just put in your time, and we'll reward you. That's it. Just to play the game, have fun with it.
And because we're continuing on that philosophy.
All right, here we go. Let's dive into the creative player.
The creative player, it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. Creative player is not gone.
All right, we had two problems that we viewed in the studio with the creative player last year. One, it was the best player at every position that you put him at, right? So you could feed your cards to your creative player last year in MLB the Show 17 and kind of level him up to this point of he's the best. He's the best, right?
Don't ever say that again, please.
So not only was he the best, but it was also kind of a boring way to get him, right? You just feed cards, and so those are the two things we kind of try to address here. Kyle Blake, one of our new guys.
Kyle 2.0.
Yeah,
What's up, Kyle?
He took a lot of time, and so we're going to look at the catcher creative program, and really the solution that we thought for the first problem, which was he was the best at every position, was, well, let's not make him superhuman at everything. Let's give him strengths and weaknesses, like Luis said in the video. We call those archetypes, right? So he'll have strengths and weaknesses at every of these positions, and at the same time, he can't play every position. You got to only have a catcher, creative player. Then you got to do your first base program for creative player. Now, while you can earn all of the positions, you don't just have one player that can be the best at everything.
You have every single position. You've got a pitcher, a catcher, first, third base, center fielder.
Right. Yep. So before we go into the program, let's just talk about the archetypes real quickly. I don't have a graphic for this, but hitters, all right, so listen up, hitters. The archetypes that you'll generally see through the positions are power, contact, balanced, speed, and fielding. So power, contact, balance, speed, and fielding are the typical archetypes. Not every position has all 5 of those, but those are the common ones you'll see throughout.
Right, like you won't find a catcher speed archetype.
Unless we're talking about Real Muta, right?
Yeah, Real Muta, he's one of a kind.
But you're right, speed won't be one of the catcher archetypes that we're about to take a look. Pitchers, go ahead.
You can't have an all creative player team.
Right, and you can only
that's not gonna put that out there.
Same rules apply.
Same rules apply. You get to put one creative player on your team. You can't have a full creative player team. Go on and squash that right now.
All right, so hitters, power, contact, balance, speed, and fielding. And then when it comes to the pitchers, the way that we're breaking it down is break, velocity, and control. Break, velocity, control. So what that means, break is about the hits per 9, having a really tough pitcher to hit against. Velocity translates into a high K per 9, strikeout per 9, a lot of swings and misses. And then the walks per 9 guy is the control pitcher. So break, velocity, control.
Another new nugget, break, right?
Right.
Can break go to 125?
That's good.
No, we velocity, control, and break are at 99.
All right,
stay at 99. Yeah.
All right, so keep that in mind. We have different archetypes by position, and let's take a look at the catcher one right here. So you'll see the rewards, right? Just like any other program, which is great. You're going to start on a linear path where everyone gets the first player. I think it's like a common, like 65 or something. And then the next reward will be the 70, the 75, the 78. And you're kind of thinking, all right, I guess we're all going on the same path towards the same kind of creative player. So how do these archetypes work?
Yeah, how do I make these choices? Oh!
You get to this point of like 70 or 90% here where you have these catcher decision tokens where the archetypes split off. And Kyle kind of put this together. So let's take a look at the missions that these require. So the catcher right here, you got some stats missions, like overall kind of stat and play innings with this guy. Then you got some single game stat missions where it's a couple hits with that 65 overall guy that you're going to get. And then you get to these decision points. But real quick, on the far right, look at the art. You see we've got the bronze circle kind of highlighted right there. And then you have a 70 overall on the right. Bottom right. Well, that's actually baked into the art. It's kind of cool. That's telling you this is the reward you're working towards, right? So now when we get down to the decision of power or contact, boom, it just changed to an 85 in the bottom right. We're not blocking it. Yeah, it's right here. So it's 85, and you can see this is one of your paths, which is focused on power, as it says, right? And you see all the information right up front to make your decision. Do I want to go power or do I want to go down and see contact? So you have, we'll flip between the two. We have a 60s contact guy with 80s power, and then it flips, 80s contact, 50s power.
So those attributes are that's the essence of the player, but then what about equipment, Equipment,
right. So we'll get to about what is the max for a player. And right here, so here's another decision point, and this is the max overall for a player, which is 89 overall, and then you can add equipment on top of that. So then you can decide, do I want to double up and go for even more power than this 90, or more contact or something else?
And another new distinction for a creative player, Last year, remember, you were just feeding, and you just sit that guy till you got him 99, then you start playing him. You got to play your guy from day one to start working on his program, so you can get to this tree.
Right.
So you can't just wait. So you got to put that 70 overall rated catcher in the game, or that 70 rated overall first baseman. You got to play with them.
And you're gonna have a story to tell, because you're gonna play with the guy a lot more than you did last year.
Right. So let's talk about the second decision point real quick, and this is to max out your creative player. So top right, you're seeing the kind of blue diamonds move up and down. These are your paths. And then you're seeing, okay, this is what I could work towards if I go down this path. So in every position creative player program, you'll see what is the best I can get, which path do I want to go down, and then you work towards there. However, once you decide to go down one of these paths, there's no turning back in this program, okay? So if you decide to go Power Focus 1 here, and then you continue on Power Focus 2, you continue on that path for good, all right? That catcher, this is going to be the catcher you get, all right? You're not going to be able to go back.
Can't go back.
And do a balance and contact.
That contact is locked. It's going to stay right there. You can't increase it unless you have equipment that can increase those attributes.
And let me just do a real quick comparison from 17 to 18 what this means. Like last year, you could have a catcher with that best at everything, best at anything kind of creative player, 99 power and 99 speed at catcher. This year, we're kind of looking at one of these here, but the best you can have is 90 power, and I believe, let's see, 40 speed. Yeah, it's right there on the screen.
He gonna be slow.
And again, you can put some cleats on him, you can put a batting glove or whatever, and depending on the equipment attributes we add into Diamond Dynasty.
But you won't get him close to Real Muto speed.
Can't do it.
No, JT Realmuto is untouchable.
Another very key important question about the new cap.
Yep.
Do they have secondary positions?
Do caps have secondary positions? Well, actually, we can go take a look at one. Let's take a look at the 82 overall. No, the answer is no. There are no secondaries with the creative player.
For creative player.
So, and Ramon, we're going to talk about a little this later. The gameplay, fielding, the implications.
More gameplay.
Yeah.
More gameplay.
Long stream. We got a lot more
Long
left.
stream. We got so much to talk about.
Stream is lit,
Buckle up.
as you can see.
I hope stream is lit.
Right there.
Yes. Stream is lit. I'll catch it.
Very nice. So, we've had a few questions in the chat about creative player, about these programs. Can I do it offline if I want to do my missions offline, earn my creative player offline against the computer, the AI, Conquest? Those are kind of those single player modes. The answer is yes. We're not going to force you to play online. We're not going to force you to only play single player at all either. Now, there may be some missions that are like beat the computer or beat some Conquest missions, which you got to play in Conquest,
Right.
I mean, there's no way around that.
But the stat-based missions.
The stat-based missions, right, and exactly. So some of the ones we're looking at here, you can see that you can play in any Diamond Dynasty games except for casual games, which are kind of those fun exhibition modes that don't have anything to do with ranked leaderboards. Play with friends or extra innings, those are still omitted. Okay. All right, so Vic is telling me back in the studio that the sweepstakes rewards are going out right now.
Going out right now.
So you can stop putting pizza in the chat.
Stop putting pizza in the chat. We're done. He's giving away the rewards right now.
There's always a few stragglers that come.
It's all right. If you want to throw some pepperonis on there for good measure, go for it.
Vic, will you in the chat tell us how they'll know if they won?
I believe it's going to their Twitch inbox, right? So
Twitch
check your
inbox.
Twitch
check
inbox.
your Twitch inbox, and we'll let you know when all
Right.
of the rewards have been given out.
Yep. Thank you, Vic, for handling that. Okay, so there was a question from 2.0 here. Can you only pick one cap program, or can you do them all? No, you can do them all. They just act like other programs, won't go into them. But yeah, you can be making simultaneous progress across the board. However, like we said, you can only put one in your lineup at a time.
Right.
So it's not going to let you put the catcher and the left fielder in at the same time.
Yeah, but if your lineup composition changes and now you got this flashback or legend that you fit in catcher, well, you might move on to shortstop now.
Right. So depending on equipment, let's talk about equipment real quick with the creative player, and I think that might wrap it up unless you have other questions on creative player. If equipment, let's just say that power catcher we saw, let's take another look at him here. He's got 90 power versus righty, 90 power versus lefty, and we put out a bat that's a plus 10. Does that mean that his attribute can go over 99? It would technically go to 100, right? Just like our 125s, and the answer is yes. The equipment still can boost those the specific 125 attributes above 99. So, as Luis mentioned, was contact, power, vision.
That's right.
Yeah. Clutch, maybe?
Yeah. Contact, power, vision, discipline, and batting clutch for position players.
Right, so equipment can still boost you over the 99, but there's not going to be a lot of those pieces of equipment that are going to help you over there. And remember, you can only equip one piece of equipment per slot. You can't have like 3 bats. That all give you more and more power. All right. So along the customization, you know, creative player is all about customizing, right? And we love allowing you to
do all types of crazy stuff.
Right. Exactly. So let's talk about customizing. What do you want to talk about? The customized player first?
Yeah, we can jump into that.
Go for it.
First of all, Stream is Lit is our creative
What
player.
is our creative player name?
You can go into Batting Stance Creator for all of your creative players, and you can create whatever you want. We showed this in the stream earlier. Again, Batting Stance Creator. If you don't like a real guy's batting stance, you can change it. When we're doing roster updates this year, if somebody changed their stance, we'll try to update those. And shout out to the community that will be helping us. And your cap in DD can use Batting Stance Creator.
You set it for all of them, right?
Well, yes, you would set it for every single guy.
Right.
And if you want, I gotta make him a right-hander.
So you can choose, everything about him. It's pretty neat. And then we'll get into the uniform customization a little bit too.
Hey, if that's how you want to roll, you can do it.
Wow.
You can do it.
Is this one of the new home run bat flips?
Yeah, these are actually Aaron Judge's bat flips from the bat flip competition. We decided to just put all of them in the game.
Sweet.
So you can pimp it out if you want. I think, is that it for a cap?
Well, then we want to talk about how to customize your team and all the new logo options.
Yeah, let's
and
get
all
into that.
Yeah. So a question that we get every year is like, can I import my logos? And the answer again is going to be no this year, but we did blow out all the different things you can customize with uniforms.
Yes, so we've added a few new options. So we've got back color here, so you can change that. We've got side color. And what we did was we tried to take real uniform elements from real MLB uniforms and put them into the editorial.
That have been used throughout history, right?
So elements, not the actual uniform.
Not the actual uniform, the
but
uniform
elements that you may have seen.
Pinstripes stay the same.
Right.
Piping style stays the same.
Right.
Shoulder style, so this is new.
So the different areas up here, okay.
And you can see up towards the lats.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then if we, bam, and now you can really see it. You can see the changes. So we've got more options.
We've got some good artists back home too.
Yeah, we got some really good artists back home. So collar, so this stays the same. Undershirt color stays the same.
So we're looking at the Diamond Dynasty.
Logo finish, so this is really cool. So depending on how you color your logo, we now have logo finishes. So this all depends upon how you decide to color your logo.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling that shiny finish.
So here's more options for sleeves.
Very cool.
Pinstripes again, that's from last year.
Yep.
Striping style, this is new. And we have a few of these. I need to make one of these. No, this needs to be green, that needs to be yellow. There we go. And here are some of the new options.
Nice.
Now, while Ramon's going through some of this, we added some, I think, new locations and stuff like that. So we have dozens and dozens of cities to, equip your team name with. We, of course,
also
chose San Diego.
Yep, we got new fonts, baby.
New fonts.
New fonts.
That's a big deal.
Big deal.
That's cool.
We had font 1 and 2, and now we've added, I think, 8 more fonts.
Very cool.
And the fonts go towards the numbers as
neat.
And you can mix and match. You can do whatever you want. This is also a new sleeve number. Sleeve number is new.
Ooh.
Doesn't quite work well with the stripes.
Doesn't quite work well with the stripes. The sleeve number is new.
Yeah.
We have some new piping styles, so I need to make one of these.
So is there a limit to how much accessorizing, or if whatever you want to call this, the details I can put in, or you can put as much or as little as you want?
Yeah, I mean, it's your guy. You can do whatever you want.
That's awesome.
So this is really cool. Bam, we have 2 color style helmets now.
Nice.
And we have matte and gloss finish. Now that was in the game last year. That matte looks legit.
Yeah.
And again, logo finish. And this all depends on how you decide to color your logo.
So the logo editor itself is kind of similar to last year's, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And we have new logos in the logo editor, which we'll show you.
Yeah.
So here's some of the new sock options. And y'all should recognize some of these sock options from some of the throwback uniforms in the game.
Very cool.
Let's go. And we have stir-up style. We have a few new stir-up styles.
Cool.
Looking more like soccer.
And I do believe, I think that's it.
So the customization we added to, beefed up a bit, and then there's still that logo vault that you can pull logos, you can edit your logos, upload it, people can check it out and search for them.
And we'll show you some of the new logos.
So we have some pre-made logos here that you can just slap right on and then start coloring, playing with some of the designs.
So if you go to logos, we have 60 new pre-made logos for you guys to
60?
use. 60,
Wow.
60. Shout out to the character team. All of the guys, they had
awesome.
They had so much work to do this year. Oh my God! So we have 60 new logos, so you can choose. And there's the dinosaur, which we are using right now.
Yeah.
I believe that is it. What are we talking about next, Steve?
Well, we got a big reveal that I know Lick Knittington's going to be around for.
Where you at, Nick?
Are we ready for this?
We're ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we promised we'd show Frank Thomas's program and his ratings. So let's dive into the career arc for the Big Hurt. So we showed the rookie attributes. I don't think there's a problem showing it again, right?
Yeah.
We showed the rookie.
Yeah.
We're gonna show the best one.
They weren't final.
They weren't final, so
weren't
you see a
final,
little
but
change.
112 contact. Is that from his rookie year? He hit
408.
408
yeah.
that year. Just gives him
That's
that
right.
112 contact.
Right.
The own Southpaws. All right.
Now it was a smaller sample size, which is
Right.
408 doesn't quite correspond to a 112, but
Right.
the smaller sample size with rookies, you know, that's why we gave him that.
We won't reveal the mystery Frank, but there is another Frank Thomas version of him there. As through his career, we're progressing through his career arc.
That's right.
All right, you ready? 97 from 1994. So, you know, here's a legend. This is a one-year legend, not an immortal. But my goodness, a 97 with our new overall system that's some serious
At
business.
first
here.
base. Let's
At
go.
first base. And you see there's a universal nameplate. So without further ado, the Big Hurt's ratings.
Where you at, Nick?
His best legend card.
Look at that.
Nasty.
Look at those columns. All right, so I think the thing I wanted to talk about the most with Frank is, I mean, look at that card.
Right.
And that's a 97, right? So, you know, no one is gonna tell me that, you know, that looks like a 97 from last year, you know. So this really more so than Larkin and Kimbrel shows off the differences between, you know, with our overall from 17 to 18 and how, you know, the truly elite players, only the truly elite players are 99s, and, you know, this is
one of them.
Yeah. This is
So,
one.
you know, we talked a little bit about players' overalls may not be the same, but my goodness, this is a better card than almost anyone you saw last year in the game.
Not gonna put him at right field, though.
They still got a 99 in this year's overall, right?
Exactly. But it doesn't mean the player is any worse, you know? Or, well, I mean, we didn't have Frank last year, right? But, but
So, you know, if he's a first baseman, we're going to have an immortal who's a first baseman. Maybe finishing Frank Thomas's career arc is one of those things that are going to help you move closer to the immortal at first base. And again, once again, the 97, the best Frank Thomas we have in Diamond Dynasty, isn't your final reward. It's that program souvenir. And I see the chat a little, and there's some questions about what that means. But again, the whoever that immortal first baseman is that we haven't revealed is going to require this exact item. So the mission to to finish the last 10% of his program is to play with this really good Big Hurt, and then you'll get that program souvenir to drop into one of the immortal programs. So again, the idea is that these programs feed up into these programs, and you'll see that when we launch the game, that which ones are required. It'll be pretty simple to understand which ones you got to get done. And once again, you'll have flexibility to choose. We're not going to require you to do all the first base, career arc programs just to finish the immortal, possibly.
Right,
same with the position programs.
It's somewhat like our Dynasty program. There was more than 100% worth of missions, right? And this allows you to, the flexibility to pick and choose what you want to do.
Right. Now, this Frank Thomas career arc, let's say this program's a little tougher than some of the other first base career arcs, it might give you more percentage towards someone like the Babe or the first base immortal because we know this is going to take a little more time to do.
Right.
So you got a little more extra credit. But it should be fun. And the idea is we give you an item, you go play with them, and we give you some more rewards, including a pretty cool universal profile nameplate there that you earn. And so you see where the show 18 is in the top right corner of your screen. You can equip that. That's pretty neat.
People was asking, what is he holding? He's holding a boomstick. That's what he's holding.
He's holding like a rebar or something from a construction site that he's wrapped with some tape. And the guy is crazy. All right, so let's go. We talked about this mission type before, and you saw the exchange missions last year in 17, but this year it's kind of turned into something else. And while the functionality of the exchange is still relatively the same, where you have players in your inventory, you exchange them for something better, this year the exchange plays a very different role, and I want everyone to kind of hear this. It's kind of going to become a way for you to always make sure that every item in your inventory is worth something. All right, so some of you guys may have had a lot of duplicates or more of a certain card, a common card maybe last year. Well, this year the common cards aren't going to be insignificant. In fact, I'd go far as to say that they're going to become the base of the economy. So let's take a look at what I mean by that. And so again, there's some, for instance, kind of missions in here that we'll get into. But right here, don't mind the numbers exactly because they may change, but exchange 10 common live series player items in this exchange mission, all right? And you get 1 bronze player item in this bronze pack. So what that means is you pull 10 commons or rewarded 10 commons from post-game rewards, which is something that we do every game. You get a free item after every game you play in Diamond Dynasty, or any game really, right? In the game, you get an item. You can now put them in this and transfer them to something better. So 10 of those commons, or maybe it's 5 of the commons, we'll figure out the number soon, will become something better. And you can see then a few bronzes become a silver, and a few silvers become a gold, and same all the way up to the diamond. It'll become, so you could say there's a transfer of wealth from the bottom all the way to the top, and that's how you can kind of really create a good team by still staying at the bottom levels, right? You don't have to always pull a diamond or get a diamond post-game reward.
Commons are valuable.
Commons are valuable.
Commons are very valuable.
The market will be really interesting to see what happens this year with how commons are valued, and I think it'll be real important to value them and take a look at who you have in your inventory. Souvenirs will pass through. You saw this example in the game where we put in some Washington Nationals. I'm sorry, in the GameStop Monday video, we put in some Washington Nationals jerseys, and you got a hat. That's one way to do it. Another way may be that we're going to give you an autograph pack. So in fact, you want to open some?
Yes.
All right.
Packs are lit.
So, for instance, let's say
they're not lit.
I think we have a few of these packs. But what you do is you would kind of go in here, you'd exchange some autographs or some jerseys, sorry, for an autograph pack. So let's take a look at the autograph pack. We can go to your inventory and then go to your pack screen. We should have some. Oh, we have some standard packs too.
We got a lot of them.
I don't know if we can open those with a live series.
No, we don't want to do that.
But
we should open one just to like fire. No, I'm joking. No. We should not do that.
All right. No. Anyway, they're the standard packs again. They're back. But here's the autograph pack. So let's just say we exchanged our jerseys. We had enough, and boom! Now we're gonna get an autograph pack, and you're gonna get 1 autograph item. We get Yoan Moncada, White Sox, one of our future stars from last year. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Great player.
And remember,
yeah.
Why is this important?
Why is this important? Again, you may need these in certain collections, team epics. But again, all the souvenirs that you're getting on as gravy rewards on top of everything else will help you get player rewards in the end. And there's programs for autographs. In fact, we can just back out real quick and show you that in the screen just to make sure everyone sees it. But there's a program right there for autographs. And what are the rewards for autographs? Players.
Right.
And some of these players can only be acquired in this autograph program.
Exactly. There'll be exclusive rewards here. So souvenirs equal player rewards. And we're going to give you lots of souvenirs through the game. Here's a simple way to keep exchanging souvenirs depending on how you want. Want to do another autograph pack?
Sure.
And then we'll talk about daily missions real quick. Here we go.
No!
Moncada, what are the odds?
What?
No way.
Let's try this again. I wonder if
three's a charm.
I wonder if someone's messing with us. There we go. Alex Reyes, cool.
Wow.
All right, we got to do one more. One more. So here's a Cardinal.
Albert Pujols, nice.
And you saw there's some different rarities in there too, right? We have a bronze, we have a gold.
You get some nice information too there, the bottom right about the player.
Sweet. And I'm told all the gifts, all the sweepstakes rewards have gone out, so check your Twitch inbox. You should have them now. If you don't have them, come back to the next stream. We'll have another giveaway next week. All right, so let's talk about daily missions. They were right next to the exchange right here. Daily missions are back in the reward this daily pack you just saw. Daily missions, basically in a nutshell, they should take you 1 or 2 games to complete. You know, they're the kind of fun thing that come with the game that you should kind of just naturally do by changing up who's on your team, who's in your lineup, or just sometimes by doing something in the game. This one, tally a triple. or tally 1 stolen base with a player who's got a lot of speed, like 80 speed. And the way daily missions work is you get a new one every day, up to 3, and then a 4th can stack in the background. But what you want to do is just finish your daily mission every day, get one of these packs, and that's it. So let's open a daily mission, which now rewards this alternate equipment. So let's take a look at these packs, what they kind of put out. So they put out 1 alternate souvenir item. Why are these important? Once again, we have jersey programs that have exclusive player rewards.
Exclusive player rewards, the only way you'll be able to obtain them.
So we got an alternate Pirates. I think it's the Camo Pirates one, actually. It's pretty cool, by Majestic. We'll open one more. Hopefully it's not a duplicate again. Oh, nice. A Mariners alternate.
Mariners.
So you're always going to get an alternate hat or jersey. You'll throw them. We'll go back to the program screen one more time. You'll throw them right back into here, and you go to your collector row. And there they are, the hats and jerseys. And you'll want to collect all these, again, to get exclusive player rewards. And you also get loot like stubs, XP, tickets along the way. So as you earn these items, you put them in, your gameplay equals player rewards. And questions about that?
Player exclusive rewards when we're talking about
Right.
autographs, baseballs,
Right.
jerseys, hats, equipment, stadiums.
Cool.
Yep.
Is that all for the exchange?
Oh, let me make sure I covered it all. Should be fun, right? Souvenirs, all that should be just fun. That's all this is
And again,
about.
commons are the base of the economy, man.
They will be, I will say they will be sellable. So let's just say you finish your bobbleheads, you finish your jerseys, and you have a few extras. You can sell them to other players in case you're just missing that one Marlins jersey like I will need to find, you know. So you can sell them to each other, but that's more of a to make sure Luis has enough and that I get enough too, you know. Someone asked about the ticket counter. You can see it is back. We can go in there. There's the bronzes, right? I think right now.
Yeah, we'll show it at some other point.
Okay, we'll stay out. But yeah, it's back. Very similar. So the ticket counter, Luis, do you want to explain how the ticket counter kind of works with the universal profile?
Yeah, so you're in the top right there. You see your level, right? Right now we're at level 3, and you know based on your XP, you know, just by playing games and completing missions, that'll increase, and that will open up new slots in the ticket counter for you to purchase. Right, and so you're working towards, you know, gaining more XP. If you see some diamond player that you really like, you need to put in the time and get the XP. And the ticket counter will be updated throughout the year with exclusive players.
Right. So let's like recap real quickly, right? Exclusive players that can only be found on the ticket counter.
That's right.
We're going to continue that from 17. As you play more, you get more XP.
Yeah.
And that levels you up to open up better rewards.
That's right.
And then you spend your tickets. Right
and
there.
they refresh and in different timers. Some of the early rewards refresh a little bit more frequently.
Right.
And then the higher rewards refresh daily or so.
Yep. There were a few questions I pulled off Twitter. We asked on Twitter a few days ago, you have any questions? Let me just run through some of those now. When will we see live series ratings? Well, we'll be revealing them over the next few weeks leading up to launch. You may see them on our channels. You may see them on some of our partners like MLB. And yeah, we'll send them out. We're not going to do that today. That's kind of why we stayed away from opening packs and some of the other stuff, all right? But we did tell you about the new overall threshold, so just know that they're playing within those, all right?
That's right.
And that Trout won't be a 99. That's important to know. Lineup changes, same as 17, right? We didn't make any big, like, added extra lineups versus lefty versus righty. We didn't do that, but remember, you have your ranked seasons lineup. So let's look at the online modes right here. So you have a lineup for ranked seasons in the middle. You have your separate lineup that you draft for Battle Royale. And then events, you know, they're based on the criteria we set. You have a third lineup. So, you know, in a way, you still have 3 lineups here that are all separate and are never commingled.
Yep, and again, like the reason why there's still only one lineup is what are we focused on?
Right.
We did a complete server rewrite. We rewrote every single line of code for online. That took a tremendous amount of work and a tremendous amount of time because our priorities are speed, server stability, and when problems arise, us being able to get to those problems and fix those problems as fast as we possibly can. That was what's most important to us. We think that's what's most important to you as well. So that's why no lefty-righty lineups.
But speed and stability should be the things we improve this year. Pitcher handedness, you still don't see it when you load into a screen. That's still going to be the same.
You got to set your best, most balanced lineup, or you can risk it.
Right, and there's no changes to hitter, pitcher slots. It's still the same, which was 13 hitters. You know, your 8 position players. Then you got your 5 bench slots. Then you have your 5 starters and 7 bullpen. That's the same across all modes again. Okay. Ramon, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about fielding tiers.
Are we there? We already
I know.
there.
We've gone
so
through,
gameplay.
this.
Gameplay. Gameplay is king. This baseball game doesn't, like, none of this stuff matters if gameplay isn't as best as it possibly can. It's a huge focus for us every year. Chris Gill, Lance, Brian, Jeff MacArthur, Jeff Oldman, they spent so much time this year on continuing to take gameplay to the next level. If you want to know the most about what we've done gameplay, go watch the gameplay stream. I believe it was maybe our first one, but we have even more to show you about games. So this is a brand new feature, and by brand new, I mean like in the last 2 weeks. So Chris Gill was playing the game, and this fielder playing the hot corner with like a 30 or 40 fielding rating was doing these crazy acrobatic throws. And so, you know, we have our development widgets, right? He's like, I wonder how many times can this guy do this? And he turned the widget on, so the ball gets hit into the exact same spot. The guy will run to the exact same spot, and then you'll see the animation play. And he did this jump throw every single time, and every single time it was accurate. He's like, this just isn't realistic.
We shouldn't do that
at all. So Chris Gill and Jeff Ullman, they went into the lab and they worked on something. And so we have brand new, this is literally like happened 2 weeks ago. We have fielding tiers now. And the way that the fielding tiers work is it's all based on your fielding ability attribute, right? 0 to 99. We have elite guys. Then you drop down and you have above average guys. You drop down again, then you have average, then you have below average. So what does that mean for this change? So let's go to the very first video and I'll explain what that change is. All right, so this is an auto hit. This ball is going to go to the exact same spot every single time. So what we're seeing now is, I believe that's Brandon Crawford, right? I think he's pretty good with the glove, right? I mean, he's pretty good. So let's play that same video one more time so people can see it. So this is an elite fielder with a high fielding ability, grabbing a really, really athletic animation and beating the runner out. So what we've done is we've broken those down, and and basically the way it works now is, as you start to drop down in fielding ability, the access to those animations gets slower. So if we run this play 10 times, a guy with a very, very high fielding ability, the propensity for him to play that animation and get an accurate throw is high. He may play that animation 8 to 10 times because he's an elite fielder. So let's drop down, play the second video. And so what you're going to see in this video is the fielding ability has now dropped. This guy is not elite anymore. Oh, he didn't trigger that jump throw animation. So what's happening is they've broken up the branch points now. So because he's going to branch point 2, he can't grab that animation. But he could. So what's happening is, Brandon Crawford, really, really good fielder. Out of 10 times, he would trigger that jump throw animation maybe 8 to 10 times out of 10 times. This next guy who's not as good, of those 10 times, you may only see that animation 4 times. So he can still play it. It's just the propensity for him to try to make that play is now much lower, and he's going to go to the second branch point. So let's play that same video one more time. Let's not go to video 3. And so what we're seeing here is, again, he doesn't have access. He's not getting that good dice roll to get access to that jump animation. He goes to the next branch point, which means he has to plant. He has to take a few more steps. And now the runner is safe. So let's drop the fielding ability down even more, and let's see what happens when the guy hits that next branching threshold.
The average guys, right?
I think this is either average or below average. So the way that this works is this is only on lunging hard plays. So your routine plays just doesn't really. I mean, they're in the majors, right? They can make routine plays. This only affects guys when you're reaching, you're doing those really have to do those really athletic animations. So let's play the video. So this is the third branch point. So you see, he's going to take even more steps. Then he goes to a throw ready, and now he's way safe.
Looks like he's in slow motion.
So this is I think 75 speed runner. So what happens is, let's play that one more time. As the speed of the guy starts to change, and as you're playing the game and you're seeing this happening, you're going to see so many more outcomes come into play. Now, again, with this branch point 3, with this fielder, again, he has a potential to play that jumping animation, but out of 10 times for that exact same play, it might only happen once, and that's even high.
So fielding is super important.
It's
that
super
rating.
important. Again, this is for second base, third base, and I think they're working on. I'm sorry, this is for second base and shortstop mostly. I think they're working on trying to get this in for third base. So let's go to the next group of videos, show you some more examples. So again, this is an auto hit. So this ball's going to get hit to the exact same spot. This is branch point 1, elite fielder.
Right.
Ooh.
So he gets the ball
like
and he
fading
immediately
away.
falls away, fires a pretty
Yeah.
good accurate throw. Let's see that one more time.
So we're looking up right up the middle of the shortstop there.
Yeah, we're looking at an elite shortstop. Whew. And again, if this play happens 10 times, he has a very, very high probability of playing that animation and getting that guy out of those 10, maybe
Right.
8 to 10 times. Out of 10 times, he will play that animation. So let's look at branch point 2. Again, this guy is not as good. We're dropping the fielding ability down. Let's see what happens.
So he doesn't have the same animation.
Doesn't have the
He was a
same
little
animation.
slower getting
a little
to
slower
the ball
and
even.
he was a little slower getting to the ball. So again,
Yeah.
he still gets a really good animation, but now this guy's safe. So just that one little extra
Right.
step makes this guy safe. So again, he can't get that branch point 1. We're dropping him down to branch point 2. And so is this video 2 or video 3?
I just replayed it.
Okay. And is this video 3?
No.
Still on
replay.
Okay. Still on replay.
He's
Again,
still doing the cross the body toss.
Green cross the body, and this guy now he's even more safe than he would have been.
Right.
So let's go to branch point 3.
So this is like the third
This
worst.
is the third, like
or
we're
third
dropping
best.
down.
Yeah, we're dropping down.
Dropping
to third.
down.
All right.
Also third worst, I think.
Oh my! So look what happens. So he takes more steps, but
Right.
he's able to angle himself
He, like-
and fire a really strong throw. But the guy's still safe.
Right. Like double clutches.
1, 2, 3, double clutches, goes to the throw ready, fires the
Yeah.
ball. He's way safe.
Right.
So again, let's keep looking at this because this is so awesome. And again, this is very important. Second base, shortstop, and I think they're trying to get this in for third base. So let's go to the next video.
Oh, sorry.
And and that was the first one. Okay.
Play it again.
So let's see it one more time.
So a lot of the gameplay improvements we're going to see, you'll see this in Diamond Dynasty.
You'll see this in Diamond Dynasty.
Right.
You'll see this in Exhibition. And what's also awesome, in Road to the Show now improving your fielding ability in Road to the Show has a huge impact because you're
Right.
not going to have access to these animations.
So-
So the next video.
So while this gameplay is universal, we still have a little bit more Diamond Dynasty to talk about after that, including the Babes rating. So just hang around for a little bit more. We're getting to the end of the stream.
And again, so he's safe. And that's still a really, really good throw. But, you know, if not a 99 fielder, not a 99 fielding ability, can't get that guy out. Let's go to third video.
Yeah, these are very difficult plays. I mean, these are not routine plays.
Remember, like this
Yeah.
doesn't really take into effect on routine plays.
Right.
These are for those really, really hard hit balls, and especially when there's
It's lower
where he has
probability.
to lunge
Right.
or he has to backhand. Really, really extreme fielding plays.
Right. So you'll get rewarded if you have a good fielder. in other
Oh
words.
yeah, so
All right, good.
and you see, so this is this branch point 3?
That was the last one.
So this is branch point 3 again. Branch point 3, it's rough. Let's see branch point 3 one more time.
And do you know what the overall or the attribute ratings are for these
We
thresholds?
may talk about that
Okay.
in a later stream. So again,
Cool.
he has to take way more steps. Then he's able to focus, fire the ball, and he's way safer than he would have been. And again, if this guy is slower,
Right.
maybe he gets him out. So you have all of this stuff going into play.
Right.
So let's go to the next set. We have another set of 3.
This is the last.
This-
The extra.
Oh, so this one has extra. Let's look at the next video.
This is the real time.
All right, so this is a real-time video. So this is another new thing. So it's not just the animation that they get; it's also the throw and the accuracy of the throw. So you see that throw, that animation, he pulled him off. So let's look at the next video. You're going to get the exact same animation, but something's going to change.
Oh, jump throw.
Same animation, same jump throw, but look what happened. Even though he didn't get him out,
Right.
the
didn't pull him
throw
off.
he didn't pull him off the bag.
Ah. And what's the speed of the runner still?
The speed of the runner has remained the same for
Okay.
all of these
Okay.
videos. The only thing we've been changing, again, the ball is being hit to the exact same spot. The only thing that's changing is that guy's fielding ability is being dropped down. His speed is the same, his reaction is the same. We're just dropping down his fielding ability. Again, what's happening is we have basically branch tiers now.
Yep.
The higher the fielding ability, the higher the propensity on these extreme athletic plays for him to have access to those animations. So again,
awesome.
out of 10 times,
Yeah.
guy in tier 3, probably not going to trigger it at all. And then as you go up to the tiers, you have a higher percentage chance of the guys to trigger these types of animations.
Right.
And we have one more video.
Oh, we have 3, but this is branch 1 of that last.
So that was branch 1 of the last one. All right, so let's look at video 2 here.
And we'll go through these quickly, and we'll get to the end. And it's been a lot of fun. We've talked a lot of stuff in DD, and it's great to see gameplay still improving with it.
Right, so this is branch point 2, so no jump throw at all.
Yep.
And then let's look at the third video. So this should be branch point 3. So you see in branch point 2, didn't get the jump throw. He had to take another step. So in branch point 3, he's probably going to have to take more steps. Has to take more steps, gathers himself, and it's not even,
Right.
it's not even close. Yeah, run that back. Again, this is tier 3 low fielding ability. This is a huge change for online gameplay, offline gameplay, especially in Road to the Show if you have a second base, a third base, and maybe, I'm sorry, second base and shortstop, and maybe third base. So that's a change for fielding.
All right.
Awesome. We want to talk a little bit about the upcoming streams that we still have left. We've gone through, I think, 4 already. We got a GameStop Monday still coming out. We have more news coming out about the game. So next week, if you want to throw up the schedule around whenever you can, next week I believe is Road to the Show.
Road to the Show.
Big changes there.
Big changes there.
Big changes to Road to the Show.
It should be a lot of fun. And we talked a lot about our creative player in Diamond Dynasty and what you can do to customize. I mean, Road to the Show, that's what it's all about, is customizing exactly the kind of player you want. So
that's right.
If any of that sounded interesting, you may want to check that out. So it's going to be March, 8th, right? The deep dive, 2 p.m. Pacific time next Thursday, I believe is the 8th. And we'll have some other GameStop Mondays on the 5th. The Road to the Show feature suite in the PlayStation blog. Sweet. On the 6th.
We have a change.
What's the change?
The Road to the Show feature suite PlayStation blog and video will not go out on March 6th. That will go out on the 8th as well, I do believe.
So you got a lot of news next week about Road to the Show.
A lot of news about Road to the Show next week.
All right, we still have one little bombshell to
One
drop.
more little bombshell.
One little bombshell.
What little
thing? Yeah, if you want to go to the gameplay. We've had a really good time, though. We've enjoyed answering your questions. We talked a lot about Diamond Dynasty. We're live from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Stream's lit.
Yeah, the
stream was lit. Stream is lit.
But the babe is still on our minds, right, Luis?
Yeah, the babe. I mean, do you want to just do it?
We might.
We just gonna do it and like leave. Ron, when I say it, just cut it off. just open it up.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Again, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. We may be streaming more from Scottsdale as some of our friends come by. So we may have a few more streams. Maybe not. Do it, Ron. Let's see this.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Babe Ruth, immortal legend.
Listen, hey. Yo, thank you for coming. Yo, hold on. Bring it back. 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 Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Oh, Wakanda forever. We out.
All right, guys. See you.